Dietrich Haddon already have had a viral video to go out saying that Donald Trump said he's not a Christian. That is not what Donald Trump said, Dietrich Haddon. Notice you got quiet. You know why? We're not accustomed to calling people out and making them recognize that we're not going to be cowards as believers. If you are bold enough to say something so ridiculous, then we are bold enough as believers in this turning point to be able to address it whether you like it or not. Dietrich, I want to say to you, I know you're listening because they're paying attention. I want you to get this, people. They're watching us right now. Not just here. They're paying attention to what's going on. Groups, I know this for a fact, groups are set up to make sure that every word that comes from this area, from this idea of turning point, is scrutinized. Well, let me say to those that are doing it, we're not afraid.
Amen.
We're not afraid. Donald Trump did not say he was not a Christian. He was talking to those that were part of Catholicism, and he was just making the point as it related to abortion. We got to start somewhere. And I believe he inadvertently was actually replying to, I'm not Catholic, but I'm still on your side. That's all he was saying. Come on, put your hands together for that. But Dietrich, I want to say to you and your million followers, when you voted for Barack Hussein Obama, did you have the same criteria? Here was a man that called himself a Christian, but then shut down the states that said, we don't want to teach transgenderism, but if you don't teach it, we're going to shut off federal funding. Dietrich, I didn't hear you talk about that one. I didn't hear you talk about Barack Obama when he said he was a believer, but he is the gayest president this country has ever seen.
Yeah!
The spirit of Issachar. If you're not bold enough to talk like this, we will lose our nation. I dare you to look over at someone and say, I refuse to lose my nation. I love great gospel music. And I love the Winans family. Oh my God, incredible music. But I have to say to my colleague, Bishop Marvin Winans, when you went viral, and you were excited that Donald Trump was indicted, and you went viral and said, you know now that God answers your prayer. That means you were praying for this man to be charged with something that was so false that the Supreme Court had to come in and say, stop the madness. I want to say to you, Bishop Marvin Winans, will you now go back, sir, and apologize to your congregation for saying these things about Donald Trump? You could not have been inspired by God. Had it been the spirit of Issachar, he would have told you that Donald Trump was going to have immunity cast upon him, and it wouldn't be that problem. I want to leave this to you here at Turning Point. Can we make this declaration that we will increase this size of this crowd? The next time that we'll find friends, we will bring them in, and we will experience a new turning point. If you really believe it, don't just clap. Give someone a high five and tell them